Good evening. So we were looking at this picture of Peleus and Thetis last night, and there you go. Remember that he grabbed her when she was sunbathing, and he had been warned that she would change shapes, and she did. Changed from into a snake, and changed into a lion, into a bear, into fire. So that was where we left off last night. I may put this as a question on our Google Classroom, but the question is this: what kinds of people do you not invite to a party and why? Not, and I, if I put this on there, I don't want specific people. I wouldn't invite this person to my party, but what kinds of people do you not invite to a party and why? So if you're watching this, you want to pause and see if I've posted something on the Google Classroom, you're welcome to do so. And you can always come back to this. But if not, we're going to keep going. So the marriage of Peleus and Thetis is kind of nice because uh, it's arranged by the gods. They take care of the florist and the cake and the feast and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty swell. Think about Peleus. Here you get to marry a nymph and you get to have it at the nicest country club that you could imagine. There are gifts given to the happy couple by the gods. So that's awfully nice too. The only downside is there's one small omission from the guest list, right? We talked in the previous slide about who would you not invite to a party. And in this case, the gods decide not to invite Eris, who is the goddess of arguing. So you'll oftentimes see her referred to as the goddess of strife, but we'll just go with arguing. So she likes to cause trouble. Probably in our day and age, you might say she likes to stir up drama, and boy, does she. So she, of course, finds out. This sort of thing always happens. The people, find out that they weren't invited or whatever, and she's no exception. She finds out, hey, there's having this party and they didn't invite me. And so she goes about her revenge in a very unique way. She takes a golden apple, and on it she inscribes the word for the fairest female. Now, I say the word, and you're looking at this and saying, "Well, gosh, that's four words there." Well, actually, in Greek, you can get away with just one word. For you guys who've been on the Latin train, right? This would be a superlative adjective in the dative case, one word. You would just say it'd be something like "pokerema." Well, I'm sorry, "pokeremai," uh, and that's what she does. She throws this apple in there. And when we're in class, I like to use the analogy of, if we were sitting in class and I'm talking and we're just really getting into the mythology, and a big envelope, kind of a thick envelope, comes sliding under my door, and I pick it up and I notice, wow, there's, how would you guys say it? Fat stacks in here. And on the envelope, it says, for the most attractive. Well, probably what would happen is people would start to argue about that a little bit. I mean, we're arguing about toilet paper for Pete's sake. Anyway, the three goddesses argue. Three goddesses argue, I should say, not the three. Hera is one who says, "Well, this really should be for me. I'm the most beautiful goddess. This golden apple belongs to me." And Aphrodite says, "Whoa, hold on. I think that actually should belong to me." And then our third goddess, which is always a little bit of a surprise, given that she's a virgin goddess, is Athena. And we've seen this, I think, a couple of times, or actually we'll see it a couple of times, where Athena sort of surprises us because she is very concerned about her looks and being seen as attractive. So she's the third goddess who says, no, actually, I think it's me. So these three goddesses start to bicker about who deserves the golden apple. Here's a picture of Eris, and notice that in Greek, a rho, which is we would turn into an R, actually looks a little bit like a P. But there she is, and notice she's got winged shoes. She gets around. She causes all manner of trouble. Here's a Peter Paul Rubens of the marriage, and another Renaissance painting, and we will talk about those tomorrow.